What's up, everybody? It's Cashflow Nexus back with some XRP and crypto analysis, giving you the latest and greatest updates on everything crypto. So I've been gone for a while, you guys, as you know, because I want to do things a little bit differently on this channel. If you are new to this channel as well, feel free to like and subscribe and comment your thoughts. I like to engage with my subscribers and I like to talk with them as well. So you guys, I've been away from giving analysis and everything. I've been thinking about how to be more effective with this channel and not just give you just one asset at a time. So what I'm gonna be doing is, giving you more content at once. So I'm gonna go over what I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna go over what I'm gonna go over today. And if you know me and you are subscribed already, you know how I do. I've always put God first. So I'm gonna start off with some scripture. Then I'm gonna start off. After that, I'm gonna give my one of my subscribers a shout out. After that, I'm gonna have a hot topic, and then after the hot topic, I'm gonna give you some poetry, and then the meat of it all, I'm gonna give you some technical analysis with the crypto market on some currencies that y'all requested for me to look at. So, starting off with some scripture, I always like to give God glory first on this channel because He said, acknowledge Him and He will direct your path. And He always said, seek ye the kingdom and all shall be added on to you. So I'm going to start off out of Matthew 6 and 14 through 15, because a lot of people today, we have something in our heart that holds us back. A lot of us have some hate in our heart towards somebody, or whether it be like a co-worker, somebody that done you wrong, somebody owes you something. Maybe you have beef with somebody that's from the past, and you're harboring this hate in your heart, and you have this unforgiveness in your heart. And a thing about forgiveness, even though somebody has hurt you, I think it's one of those things that people need to understand that. Yes, I understand where you're coming from, because I even go through that too. But at the end of the day, I look at it as, do I want to get into heaven? Yes, I do. So forgiving people is one of those things that we need to learn how to do, because in Matthew 6, 14 through 15, it says, for if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive you your trespasses. So it's wise to have these things, to recognize these things and reflect on what we have harboring in our heart. If it's towards somebody, but it's towards yourself, somebody else, or, just something that you think about. So definitely forgive yourself. Definitely forgive people that done harm to you, or anything that has been something to hurt you. But other than that, I hope you guys receive that word and can relate to that, because we all have something in our heart that we need to forgive, or forgive others for. Shout out to Susan. She has been supporting my channel hard. I love you. You're great. You always say nice things, and you're always motivating me and encouraging me to even do this, because I don't even get paid for this. I actually enjoy just giving you guys this content, because I just enjoy talking to subscribers, talking to people on Twitter, and also just being a part of this community, the crypto community, and just because a lot of people love my technical analysis, and I love doing technical analysis. I've been doing this for, I think, about 6 years now, so it's fun to me, so I enjoy it. Today's hot topic, I've been just looking at this. Let me go ahead and look at it. It says, don't buy Bitcoin. This is what somebody, authors had written. Kathleen Elkins had written this article, and I'm gonna post it in the description so y'all could check it out for yourself. But they said, don't buy Bitcoin, warns a wealth manager. We're likely going to see a cryptocurrency collapse. So when I get to the charts, we'll see if that's true or not. All right. So going down to reading the article, the price of Bitcoin surged more than 15% Tuesday and briefly crossed the $5,000 mark for the first time since mid-November. It still will it's still well below the all-time high and hit in December 2017, as we all know was around 20K. It says here, other virtual currencies saw sudden price jumps too. Ethereum and XRP both rose about 7% before the start buying cryptocurrencies through considered the advice of Peter Malloch. I don't even know if I said that name right, but bear with me, folks. Certified financial planner, all right, and president of wealth management from Creative Planning. So he has a prestigious title. Other than that, what we're going to see most likely is we're going to see cryptocurrencies collapse. There's so many type of virtual currencies like Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and of course, which I meant XRP, and of course Bitcoin. There's no way to even a fraction of them will survive. And I do agree with that, because some of these cryptocurrencies that are out here are just a quick pump and dump, get money and get out. And they don't have real utility. So I do agree with that statement. I think the ones that have the best utility and are going to be contributing to society are going to be the ones that are left behind. I say probably roughly maybe 10 of them might survive. I don't know. I don't think cryptos is, some cryptocurrencies are gonna, last too long. Now, saying that, if all cryptocurrencies fail, I don't think we deserve, I don't think anybody deserves to be, it's one of those things that I look at. I don't think people deserve what they think they're entitled to, because as a society, we always like to latch on to, where the money's going, and also a lot of butting heads. And, the butting heads is what's causing this economic, collapse, if that's what's going on in the world. So seeing how people butt heads all the time in the financial world, and from country to country, we don't agree, nations fight nations, we talk about wars, and all this stuff that goes on. If all cryptocurrencies fail, we as a whole human race deserves to fail, because it's one of those things that, why are we butting heads for? We're trying to improve the economy. We're trying to help each other. All I've seen so far is everybody trying to tear each other down. It's about the money. It's about being on top of somebody. It's about controlling somebody. But other than that, if cryptocurrencies fail, I just think the human race failed to get all together. That's just my take on it. Let's see. Is it possible? Okay, so right here it says, is it possible that maybe one or two will work out in the future? Sure it is. Sure it is. But he says, in the meantime, if you buy cryptocurrencies, you get no income. It's not a real investment. It's speculation. That's true, because cryptocurrencies is a speculative market. All it is people, investing in things that they believe in that could potentially work to society, as I was saying. That's why I believe strongly in XRP and its use case, and bringing, real-time remittance, not just that, on-demand liquidity, and also things as far as building an ecosystem that's going to facilitate and helping move money faster, and going to, there's just a lot of things that I could say about it, but when it comes to XRP, I think it's the cream of the crop of all cryptocurrencies, or digital assets, as you would like to say. Let's see. He also said here, instead, invest in things that are going to pay your own rent. He says, own real estate, where you're collecting rent. Own stocks. I don't agree with that. Stocks is garbage right now, whether they want to downplay that or not. Where you're collecting dividends. Own bonds, where you're collecting yields. So as a general rule of thumb, you don't want to own something that's not going to pay you. And I agree with that. And on that note, I'm going to jump right into the poem that I had written. This is an older poem that I have. I hope you guys enjoy it. So here it is. This heart plays a melody of boundless gratitude, enamored by tunes of joyous occasion. A love measured in units of flow, emissions of ecstasy in the cortex. Your mind engulfed in an infinite loop. as a constellation of bursting novas. Beguiled by these unknown, naked to understanding, like a child you want to know it all. Let your mind roam in the vast pool of wisdom, forever grateful to the gem of growth. So that was my poem. Now to the real stuff. I'm gonna get to the analysis, and I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. I got quite a few cryptos that I have. I'm gonna start off with XRP. Then I'm gonna move to Bitcoin, then Stellar, then let's see, VeChain, Cardano, Tron, and Matic. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any requests of what you'd like to see, or of any cryptos that I that you want to see me do analysis over, definitely let me know in the description, in the comment section below, and let me know. All right, here we go.
Crypto market Ichimoku analysis.
All right, now we're gonna look at some charts. Taking a start off with XRP. Back on Twitter, I had posted this just to let you guys know. XRP live update. This was about, let's see how many days ago. This was actually just yesterday. So yesterday I had said expecting price to come down, which it is. Now possibly even bounce off the cloud at 22 cents. Hope it could hold as support. Close my buy position, seeing this market gain some weakness. So this was where I called it at. I said if we could get above this fractal level here, I expect prices to come down and come to this level. Currently, that's exactly what happened. I closed my buying position up here, and then market drops and it touched the cloud. Looks like it's trying to bounce off the cloud. It looks like we're starting to get some buying pressure with some volume here. So that's what I'm seeing. So hopefully we can get that bounce to the upside. Looking at it on the daily time frame, let's see. This has flattened out, so that's a good sign. This might hold as support. So that's what I expect for market to go back up and test back up to the upside. Hopefully we could rally back up to a good 23 and 24 cent level. That's what I'm seeing, 24 cent max. And if we can hold there and sustain, we could possibly see 25. And then from there, I don't know. So we'll have to see until I get more data. Jumping to Bitcoin, this is going to be quick. Bitcoin right now, let's see. Bitcoin is moving to the downside currently, obviously. It rejected Kijinson right here. I expect price to come at least to this level here, somewhere in this zone. So we'll touch somewhere in this box before making its move. Will it come down to this red zone? Not really sure yet. The only way I could be sure about that, let's see. Looking at it on the 4-hour time frame, it's choppy. I wouldn't trade this on the 4-hour time frame. Looking at it on the hour time frame, looks a little bit cleaner. There is a little slight thing, we might get a slight pullback because Kijinson is far from price right now, so I expect some type of pullback, then a drop to the downside. So I expect upward movement first, then the move to the downside. But trading it on the higher time frames is something that I would not do at this particular moment. 15-minute time frame might be your best option to trade this asset. Moving to Stellar Lumens. This is just really bad on this chart. All right, looking at it now. I had this marked all the way from here, then dropped, and wow, it dropped. Looking at Stellar Lumens, I said that something's going to happen this day, and it has happened. Looks like price wants to push even lower. I expect it to break this fractal level here and then push prices even lower. How far? Let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's see, because there's this huge gap here that needs to be filled. So long term, excuse me, Stellar Lumens might come back to 1 cent. Yeah, I know that's not a very favorable thing to say, but Stellar Lumens could potentially come back to 1 cent. But before it even gets to 1 cent, it would have to probably test in this area. So I'm gonna say 2 cents, and a high 2 cents that probably round up to 3 cents. Excuse me. So that's what I see right now. Looking at, let's see. Here we go. VET, as they would say, V, V chain. All right. So one thing I'm concerned about V chain here, I see this double top type of pattern here. It's touched here, rejected, touched here. So we have this M type of pattern forming. So I would trade this on the daily time frame, even though this right here is acting as a support. This Kijun right here is acting as support. What I would do at this moment, I would play this. How I would play this trade off here. Let me see. Put my, because this Kijun line is a strong, usually acts as a strong support. Looking at it on the 4-hour time frame, I expect price to either touch here and bounce. If not, if it breaks this, this is going to be a drop. The first target would be somewhere in this area, around 5 cents or so. If we break this area, then we're dropping even lower to some lower prices, and you know that's not the best. But I see in this market a downward market. Looking at it, looking at Cardano. Let's go to Cardano. Cardano, the same thing. Right now, this is how I have this trade playing out. I actually had it on the daily time frame. Right here. So right now, this is what market's doing. I expect price to either hold this level, because if it holds this level, I expect price to come up and start ranging in here. If it does break this blue line, price will come down and touch in this zone here. It could be at this level or somewhere within this red box here. That will be price will come to. But it's all going to depend on what happens at this blue line. I do believe it's going to come down to this blue line, and after that comes down, it's going to be that's when I'm going to have to really, you know, watch the market carefully and see what happens here, because this is what I'm seeing. What else? Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, get a closer look. Yeah, I wouldn't trade this on the 4-hour time frame just yet. It's still choppy. The best place to trade is probably the lower time frames, probably 2 hours, 1 hour, and but 15-minute time frames. This looks choppy as well, so I'll stay on the 2-hour. So yeah, right here is what I have it doing. So once this breaks underneath, we got our bearish for dark future cloud. Price broke the cloud here. What else? Right here, Chiku span starting to creep, and it's already underneath price. So once Chiku span breaks underneath, I expect price to drop and touch this level. Once it touches this level, then it's going to either consolidate in range, or it's going to break and drop down further. So I have two scenarios, but it is going to come down to that blue line in my thoughts that I see right now. So that'll give us this price right here, this blue line. All right, and looking at Tron. Tron is interesting. Tron is making something. Okay, let me go ahead and delete this. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep that first, and before I delete that, let me see. Because Tron's a tricky one. Because momentum is down. Prices on the downside. We're underneath the cloud. That's saying that price is going lower. Right here, you see it's consolidating a little bit, going to the 4-hour time frame. You see this triangle pattern. So it's a symmetrical triangle. So this is a 50-50 pattern. It could break up or down. Since it's underneath the cloud, I give it more of a downward move. It's not going to be a pretty move, but it's going to be a move that I think can definitely you could make some good gains. So I would wait for this breakout here, making sure the candle breaks out and closes underneath the this pattern. If you want to get in early, I suggest, and well, I'm not going to suggest anything because I'm not a financial advisor, but I highly recommend that you pay attention to this area here. and pay attention to a breakout to the downside. I think it has a better chance of breaking down to the downside. I would play this on the 4-hour or the hour time frame. And if it does break down to the downside, this is the first level of take profit I would look at here, breaking out of that box. So we're gonna monitor that. Let's see. Last but not least, Matech. Have no idea what this one really is. This one's interesting. Wow, that thing dropped like I thought it would. Let's see. Let's go to the 4-hour. Wow, that thing tanked. I wish I actually gave my analysis earlier because I said that this was gonna drop in my analysis. Wow, that thing tanked. And let's see, daily time frame. Yeah, the reason why I had this dropping here, if you see here, wow, I wish I had done this live. Y'all would have been like, oh my God, he knows what he's talking about. But anyway, this here was a double top, and I expect price to drop even lower. Before we drop even lower, it would have to break this level here, and it will probably come back down to the 2-cent levels here. Right now, I think it could hold this area. If it can hold this area, expect price to come back up. But you know, you got this bearish engulfing candle. You got 2, 1, and 2, and then it's dropping. So what's gonna happen? What I expect first to see, I would like to see how this daily candle closes because price could still easily push up. So we still have until tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Time before this candle the daily candle closes. So we could still wick up because this is a area of support. So price could still rally to the upside. I would have to watch how this 4-hour candle closes as well. There's 2 hours and 30 minutes left. So going to put this here and make that red. Bam. So I would watch this area. I wouldn't trade it just yet. There's nothing to trade, but long term, it looks very bearish. So pay attention here. I don't see nothing to trade here yet. So that's my analysis for all these pairs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any suggestions on anything that you want me to, analyze as far as crypto, let me know. I'm going to do this more often. I think this is gonna be the way I start doing this channel is, request and that. We'll see. But XRP is still #1 on this channel. And if you guys like what you saw today, comment and subscribe and let me know. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. And God bless you guys. All right. Stay up and peace.